welcome back to another week. I'm so glad you guys are here. I'm so grateful that you're joining me this week. So let's just talk a little bit about Akashic Records. So I've been listening to this guy, his name is Cryon, and he talks a lot about the Akashic. And I can do a lot of things in the Akashic. So I can heal in there, I can transform things in there, can clear out your money blocks, relationship blocks, whatever is going on in there. But I just wanted to kind of like open it up and just kind of tell you a little bit more about what the Akashic does before we get into some readings. So we can actually go in there and see where our lives are mimicking that in the here and now moment. We can see where those things line up with like past traumas that we've had. But you can also take that thing that's happening in that past life and bring it into this life and transform it. And when we transform it and we heal it, the energy that's stuck to our body here as karmic energy ends up leaving because now it's staying in the past where it belongs. So a lot of the stuff that people go and experience in this lifetime in their physical body actually has to do with past life stuff. So when we heal that energy and let it go, the body becomes more free, more fluid, and more in alignment with movement. Movement is key to like expelling some of this energy that's sitting in our bodies that kind of make it sore. So the more that we can release, the more that we can let go of those things and move forward, the more your body starts to react in a different way. And we can do so many things in there. So another aspect of the Akashic Records as well is a soul contract. So everybody has signed a contract before they came here. You just don't remember it. So you sign this contract, but there's something called the soul contract. And what the soul contract does is it's energy from somebody else holding onto that contract that binds you to the contract. So usually it's a triangular system where it's like you, somebody else, and then somebody holding the contract. So I have been gifted this ability to go in and heal that soul contract so that it's null and void. And so anything that's related to that soul contract will be broken and will be left from your body. So some people who've come forward, like they've had energy around their mom, or they've had energy around their family stuck inside of them in the cage. And as soon as you release the soul contract, that cage of whatever events holding you from however many past lives leaves. And you feel the freedom of it. I've had people just astounded at how well they feel after it's over. So people tend to not understand why the Akashic does what it does. Up until a few years ago, I wasn't even in this field of work. So to be shown that, people weren't able to heal before now through the Akashic and that we can do it now, it's life-changing for some people. People with cancer, people with body aches issues, fibromyalgia, arthritis. It doesn't always just come from here, right? If we can heal the stuff coming from a past life, then you're free of it, right? Your body starts to loosen up and lets go of that karmic energy that's going on through your body. So in all actuality, learning how to either do your Akashic or get readings and healings in there is most beneficial. So I do those. I do both of those. And I do the transformation. And what the transformation does, it allows any energy sitting in a past life of illness to be healed and brought here. So it's instantaneous. Some things don't want to leave certain lifetimes in your Akashic. So by bringing that energy through and allowing it to flow right through your records, it all gets dissolved. And then you don't bring it back here anymore. Once your Akashic is clear, it's done. It doesn't come back. So people are interested in how it can help them. So if you're interested, you can just message me and we can, set you up with a reading or a healing session and you can try it out for yourself. There's lots of testimonials on my webpage too that kind of show you what people have kind of gone through. So yeah, I hope to hear from you guys. So we're going to take our first caller. Hey, Linda, how are you?
Oh, good, thank you.
Good. What can I do for you this evening?
Pardon me?
What can I help you with this evening?
Oh, okay. Well, anything really, but do you see anything for me like with a new job or a move or a new relationship, anything new, anything really?
Okay, so I'm going to start first with your internal body. So there's a lot of stuff stuck around your heart center, which is right in the center of your chest. It shows me that you've got a little bit of resistance on wanting to leave certain things in a move. Not necessarily a job. I feel a job is like free flowing. You can do that anytime. The house situation, I feel like you're going to hold on to a little bit more of that. The job's going to have to take you away from the home and bring the home to where you go first. The job I see within 6 months. It could be sooner, but I feel like you're not 100% ready to just fly the coop and go somewhere else. So I do see that within 6 months. I do see a move within the year. So I do see that lining up right behind the job. I don't think the job is in the same area where you live right now. That's why I'm saying you need to take the job first and then you're going to move. So I feel like it all lines up that direction. They're showing me a female that you need to reach out to. I think her name is Melinda. There's also a gentleman, his name is Tori. Those two people are connections to different jobs for you. It's just a matter of you finding them. I see you looking through a paper. I don't think it's a newspaper, but it looks like a paper where it's like, it shows like want ads for people. And I feel like you're just going to stumble across one of their names in that paper. I feel like they take turns, like every other week they'll post their name in it. But I feel like you're going to reach out to one of them to be able to connect you with a job in a different place. There's also some stuff going up in your throat around actually asking for help to find a new job.
Oh. Okay. My brother's living with me here, like in my property at the moment. Is he okay, and is he going to be here for a while? Or?
They're showing me until you up and move and kind of like tell him he can't come with you, he's going to be with you. I feel like he looks up to you as not a sister figure, if that makes sense. It almost feels like he's looking up to you as more than that. So as soon as you take on that role, like that motherly role, he doesn't want to separate from that.
Okay. What about his family? Like he's not going to go to his family?
I don't think so. It doesn't feel that way, no. I feel like he wants to go with you.
Okay. Because I'm like really don't know where I'm going, sort of thing. I feel like I'm going somewhere, but I don't know how or where or anything. If that makes sense.
Yeah, so you have to remember, like for the universe to line something up, you don't need to worry about the how and the when. They'll do all that. You just need to.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm not worried. I just feel like I'm being drawn to do something different.
Yeah. I'm just going to... They keep saying something with communication. So there's some form of communication that needs to either happen, or you're going to a job that has communication that you need to learn to speak fully from your full voice. And I think that's where there's a part of a disconnect inside of you, because you'll say certain things, but then it's like, I backtrack. But I feel like that's not just here on this call. It feels like you need to get clear on what it is you want. If you don't know what you want, I would sit down and look at it. They're saying communication is the key. So if you're not communicating with yourself around what it is you actually want, it's harder to bring that to you. I see something with community. I see you in a building, it's 3 stories high, and I see you on the middle floor when you first start, and then you're going to make your way to the top floor after that. But it still looks like communication. There's something around communication. It feels like either HR or somewhere where you're showing people or telling people what to do.
Okay. And my daughter, do you see her relationship is okay? For now,
yes, but I don't feel like they're going to stay together. I feel like they're going to start to pull apart if they haven't already. It feels like she's drawing away, not bringing it closer.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. And do you see another relationship for me?
Yes, but not till about July, end of June, beginning of July.
This year?
I want to say next year. Next year. It feels like you've got to get some things in order. Things need to start to line up before you can bring somebody in. Yeah. I feel like you put a lot of pressure on yourself to be somebody and perform and do all these things. And they're showing me, like, if you bring a gentleman into this now, it's kind of like you're going to lose sight of who you are and what you want to do. So I feel like until that lines up, to bring somebody in isn't going to jive with what you're looking for. And I feel like it will be like a quick relationship, like in and out. I don't think he'll stay long.
Oh, okay.
It's,
Do you
it
see
still has to do with
there will
in
be
that
a...
workshop. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, do you think that the relationship I'm going to have is going to be just quick?
If you have it before next year, yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
But
I
then,
would
like,
wait. I would
next year,
wait.
maybe
If
a
you feel
longer
like you need to bring a companion in, you can, but I feel like it's short. It's in and out. If you wait till next year, I feel like it's more permanent.
one. Okay. Oh, okay. It's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah,
Okay.
and
So
actually,
do you see me
I'll
moving
describe the
away
second.
from my community?
Say that again. Sorry.
Do you see me moving away? Do you see me moving away from my community?
Yeah, I don't see you living there. Not where you are. It feels like it's out of that area. If I actually go out your front door of your
Yeah.
house and go to the left, more diagonal, it feels like it's there. Sorry, not left,
Okay.
right. If you go out your door and go to the right, diagonally from your front door, it's that way. But it's too far away for you to stay where you are. It feels like I want to say like 3 hours away to 5 hours away. Like it feels like it's a far distance. You wouldn't want to commute that.
Okay. 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 So, because I'm thinking of extending a room on this house, but because I feel like I'm not going to stay here, I don't know whether I should do that. What do you think about that?
I'm getting no.
No, don't do it.
No. It doesn't sit right. Like if I tap into your body energy too, it's not sitting in your gut right.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm having second thoughts about it, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
Okay.
It
Well,
feels
thank
like
you. Yeah.
it just feels unsettled.
Yeah. And what about my son?
It feels like he's got a lot going on in his brain. it feel it I want to say he's got lots of thoughts, but I also want to say he feels a little lost.
Yeah.
It feels like he's closed in the chest. He doesn't know how to think. He doesn't know how to breathe. I feel like sometimes he's got like a little bit of panic stuff going on in his chest, anxiety. I
Yeah.
Again, communication. They're saying it's almost like y'all need to sit down and have those deeper conversations instead of just like the ones on one level. I feel like he's super lost and doesn't know what to do. But I don't feel like he knows the words to say it either.
Yeah. Yeah. And my parents. Do you get anything on my parents?
I see them shifting and moving too. Are they in a are they in they're in a house or an apartment?
A house.
Yeah, I feel like they're going to shift into a different place because I see a move. I don't think it's just quite yet in a little bit, but I see them going into almost like I want to say like retirement or an apartment complex. It feels like more stacked upon each other, like an apartment building. And I feel like that's going to bring them in closer with other people.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for that.
You're very welcome. Thank you so much.
So, yeah, thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you. Have a great rest of your evening.
Bye. Thank you, too.
Thank you. I think the next caller we bring on, I'm going to do a little bit of a Akashic, and we'll see. I just want to show you guys how it can line up. So even though she was asking all these questions about her family, if I was to tap into that lady's Akashic, you would see how things would start to line up from past lives into this life, right? So this next caller that comes on, I think we'll dive into the Akashic a little bit, and you'll see just how we can take this reading and bring information forward that you need to know in the here and now. So most of the time when we have stuff show up in this lifetime, it's stuff that isn't settled or healed from our past life. And we're just reliving it in a parallel time. So we can bring that in and heal it. Yeah, maybe I'll pull a card for tonight too, while we wait for the next person to come in. Let's see what we've got. We'll just do it right for the collective. So we've got the King of Cups. So you've got, you know, having knowledge, power, being able to sit in the throne and be able to, you know, show and show power, standing in your power, standing in your light, right? Being able to set an example, being able to show strength, compassion, being able to take the lead. You know, those are good cards for today, right? Because of all the stuff that's kind of going on around the world. You know, where can you stand in that power and where can you stand in that light to show, you know, maybe anybody that you have a little bit more strength and maybe can help them along the way. So I think that's a really good card to show everybody. Do we have our next caller? Okay. All right, let's go back into some more stuff on the Akashic. Yeah. So you can actually tell if somebody is your soulmate in the Akashic records as well. So we go by body feeling. When I teach the class to people, we go by body feeling to see where your twin flame or your soulmate has shown up in your lifetimes. Oh, okay, perfect. Hey, Elizabeth, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great, thanks. How can I help you this evening?
I just would like a reading.
All right, I'm going to jump into your Akashic records if that's okay.
Okay.
All right, well, let's see what shows up for you. So I'm just going to ask what you need to know for your highest and best good from there. So they're showing me the 1800s. They're actually showing me you in a beautiful dress. They're showing me you at a ball. They're showing me you wearing lots of nice jewels. I feel like you're a teenager though. It feels like you're about 20. They're showing me that you are there to be mated for marriage. So it feels like kind of like the suitor dance where you're going in to be paired off with somebody. I feel like in the background, I see your parents behind you, but I also see the connection between them is kind of one of, we want you to do this, but you're pushing back saying, I don't want to do this. So it's being able to be heard, be seen, and be appreciated for the things that you want and desire and not having people dictate to you what you should and shouldn't do. I just want to bring forward this suitor because I feel like he's actually in your life now. So I feel like this guy is a prince. I don't feel like he's going to be king. I see his father on the other side of the room, and they're showing me his crown and jewels, but I feel like he died before he was able to put the throne over, and then everything kind of like fell apart. So it didn't happen. I want to say his last name is Troy, Troy. They're showing me the connection between here and now. Do you have a brother?
Do I have a what?
Do you have a brother?
A brother, yes.
Yeah, your brother is this gentleman. So they're showing me the connection you had between him being your suitor in the past life. He is your brother in this life. They're also pointing out that in that life, I feel like there's a little bit of kidney issues on the left side. And this is from stuff with your parents where you don't share the same opinion with them. It causes your body a little bit of distress. So they're just asking you to heal that kidney.
Yes, I have problems with my kidney.
Yeah, so I'm just going to heal it in that life, and the healing will come through to this life. Whatever is needed from there to here.
Okay.
It feels like, just as I'm tapping into the body system, even in that life to this life, it feels like you have a little bit of anger sitting in your kidneys as well, where it's like, this wasn't fair. Maybe you said that as a child, where it was like you got frustrated. That's what you're holding in your kidneys from that life to this life as well, because I feel like the temper tantrums before the age of 20 in that past life kind of is trickling over into this life where things were not fair sometimes.
Okay.
Let me just see what else you need to know. So I have this suitor in front of me, but I also have this other gentleman who's coming in on the right. I feel like he's an older male as well. They're telling me that he's your grandfather from this life on your mother's side. So he was actually in that lifetime with you as well. And they're showing me that he had hearing problems in the right ear, whereas he couldn't listen to you and you wanted him to listen to you.
Yeah.
They're also showing me a little bit of you wanting someone to stick up for you and protect you. So is there a situation in your lifetime that's going on either now or just prior to now where it's like you wanted someone to defend you or protect you and that didn't happen?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's why they're showing me the grandfather. They're just saying like call your grandfather in and he will protect you when you need him.
Okay. Is there any men coming in my life?
I'm going to go off your Akashic because I still feel like that life is playing out. I feel like there is somebody coming in within the next 2 years. He's the same gentleman that's stepping forward in this way. It's kind of like he's trying to block this Troy gentleman, which is your brother. So I feel like because he's your brother in this life, that's not going to be romantic. So they're showing me this gentleman coming forward. He's kind of tall, but not 100%. He's probably like 5'9", 5'10", short brown curly hair. I feel like he's not 100% super slender, but I feel like he has a little bit of a belly. They're showing me he looks almost similar to he does in that past life. I feel like he dresses a little bit more pristine. I feel like more dress shirts, ties, and suit jackets. So I feel like he's in a business or corporate job in this life. It also feels like he's dealing with a little bit of grounding issues as well. He's got some issues in his family, and I feel like that's why he hasn't stepped forward already. They're just showing me a little bit of turmoil in the background of him and his past life. So they're showing me that's coming forward into this life now. He's clearing out some of the things that are showing up for him. So I feel like within a couple of years, he'll be in your life, and I feel like it's good and solid. They're showing me like firm foundation for you both. So this for me means marriage, is what they're showing me past life to this life. So this is marriage and it feels stable. So there's some things that you still need to work on between the kidneys and your hips to create more stability in your life before he can step forward, because he's doing the same on his end.
Uh-huh. Okay, do you see anything with the name Peter?
They're just literally showing me in and out. So it feels like it's short term. It doesn't feel like it's long term. I feel like if you're chatting with him, just keep talking and become friends. I don't really feel like it should progress past that, but that's totally up to you. You have free will. It just feels like you become more like best friends than like intimate relationship.
Okay. What about Joshua?
I got a firm no on that one. So it was like no for the other one, and this was like no. Yeah. I feel so again, this is for you. I feel like you need to communicate with yourself what it is you truly want from a relationship. And I think once you decide that, same as this past life, where no one else is telling you who you need to date or who you need to be with, it's purely your decision. I think things are going to start to shift and change in who you decide to be with. Because they're showing me there's like a little bit of a wobble with inside of you. And this is why you've got health issues from like your diaphragm down, right? Because those are all your grounding centers, and it just doesn't feel like you're grounded in your decisions of what you want. It's not 100% firm.
Okay. I see a lot of different, like, I'm very spiritual. I see a lot of different things, and I help a lot of people.
Yeah, bring that in for you. Like connect more for you. It's like I do this for a living too. It's a full-time job. But you have to learn, you have to bring it back to you first, right? So if you've lost connection as to what it is you want, I would sit down and just write that out just for like 20 minutes and say, okay, what do I need to let go of and what do I need to bring in? So maybe you're holding on to this reality that, I don't need to be able to communicate. Maybe on your new sheet of paper, it says, I want someone who can communicate freely with me on every aspect of my life, someone who's spiritual, someone who's on the same level as me. I feel like for you, some of this too has to do with that. Whereas you're on this level and they're so much lower that it's like you're trying to boost them up before they come in to meet you, right? So it's like they don't even share half the stuff you already know. So it's kind of hard to build a relationship with someone when you're like, okay, I see your spirit guides, and all of a sudden they see, they're like, you're crazy. You can't. That's not God,
exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So I would just purge out some of the stuff you've been going through with gentlemen who are around you, purge it out, write it out, burn it, and then ask for what the new things is you want to come in. So someone who can communicate, someone who understands spirituality, someone who is awake, right? If you want that, I would choose that. Someone who, you know, maybe hasn't had the jab. It's totally up to you, but you need to be clear on what it is you want. Because or else they're showing me you're going to start to repeat some of this stuff from the past life coming forward, because it's going to become a push-pull system with you, right? I want this, I don't want this. I want this, I don't want this. And I think as these people come in, they're showing you what it is you're asking for, and then you're like, no, I don't want that. Okay, this looks good, but maybe on this guy. So that's all I would do. I would just kind of get really firm on what it is you want and then start stepping forward into that.
Okay. Is there anything else?
Your guides are saying, like, get a level head. So, like, clear this out and get level headed, where it's like you're understanding all of your stuff and all of your processes. And they're also saying be kind and be patient to yourself.
Okay. Yeah, I'm kind to everyone else.
Yeah, I see that. I do. They're saying you're so compassionate. Like, I've got this heart beating like so big for everybody else. And then when I tap in for you, it's kind of like, right? So it's kind of like you've got to equal that out so you feel more full.
Okay.
Awesome. Thank you so much. It's an absolute pleasure to meet you.
Thank you so much.
Awesome. Have a great rest of your night.
You too. Thank you.
All right. Take care.
Okay, bye.
Thank you, everybody, so much for joining us again this week. Thank you so much to all the staff from the radio show. You guys are amazing. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. Much love and light to you all. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Mwah.